Hey guys, I wanted to make a little bit better of a curing video for Coon Shrimp. The last one was kind of all over the place, so I kind of wanted to dial it in for you guys and just get the measurement aspect of it dialed in for you guys and what exactly I'm using for ingredients so you guys know, so you're confident when you're curing your shrimp up that you're not wasting your time or your money. So let's get right into it so it's not a super long video. So it's quart jar, or that might be a little bit bigger than a quart, I don't know. Mason jar. So what I start with, I'm not prepared. Grab some salt here. So I go to the store and I just pick up some Morton's ice cream salt. Pretty simple. And this part I'm gonna eyeball. So I like to put a little more in there than you see in the commercial jars, just to make sure that I'm getting my, that's probably a little too much. Make sure I'm getting my shrimp nice and like pickled and cured. All right. So then I like for my cure, or one part of my cure, I like to use the Red Hot Double stuff. Okay, by PROCURE. Can't go wrong with this stuff for eggs either. It's really good cure. And well, we're gonna eyeball this too. And I'll just call out the measurements on the jar so we can kind of just go through it together so you can see how much of it we're going to use. So it says that this jar is 24 ounces. So with my ice cream salt in there, taking up that bottom layer, that's about 4 ounces it looks like. And then the next up's about 5 or 6 ounces of egg cure. All right. And I brought some measuring spoons this time around instead of saying eyeball it. That's just not responsible. Anyhow. So what we have here is sodium nitrite that I just put in a PAUTZKE shaker bottle. This one is sodium metabisulfite. All right, I know it's a mouthful. And then this one's sodium sulfite. Okay, so realistically, you don't need large amounts of any of these, all right? So we're gonna dip this in here. This is a half a teaspoon. All right. Half a teaspoon of each. All right. We've added a half a teaspoon of sodium sulfite, sodium nitrite, and sodium metabisulfite. Okay, so all that stuff's a mouthful. Just trust me, you need that stuff to make the bait good and hot. It's also going to help cure it as well, and it is a bite enhancer. So for salmon steelhead, they're really going to like it. It's going to get them fired up, and they're going to bite it. You can skip that part of the cure and just do the straight egg cure and the liquid brine and be fine. But we're gonna step up. We're gonna put some badass bait dye from PROCURE, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do a full tablespoon, or half a tablespoon. And people would say that that's a lot, but what I found is if you don't, and you're not gonna get, your shrimp's not gonna take on that full red pink color that you want from them. It's just not going to take them all on. They're gonna lose color quick too. You're gonna have them out there fishing, and you're gonna notice that. Bring them up for a line check or a grass check, and you'll see that, oh man, the shrimp's faint, and they'll still get bit. But I'm just a firm believer in a nice vibrant bait, especially when you're fishing the main stem Columbia, out there where the water's sturdy. You want to have a good vibrant bait that fish can see, and it's probably just a confidence thing. I bet those fish would bite it regardless. Anyhow, so that there is pretty much the cure, essentially. And then what I do is I add my shrimp, and then I'm gonna add this liquid brine. And I like running the PAUTZKE's fire brine. It says on here for herring, shrimp, and alewives. I use it for shrimp and I use it for herring, but they're just going to use it for shrimp. And I'm just going to kind of go through this process fast. I'm going to just load some shrimp in here, and you want to be gentle with your shrimp. Don't go beating them up. A lot of times, you know, you're going to find a lot without whiskers and stuff. And and that's okay. It just depends on the grade of shrimp that you're picking up. They'll work without whiskers. I know everybody gets hung up and wants to have a good whiskered bait, but they'll work without. Especially for like summer steelhead, bobber dog, inside drifting, back trolling. I don't think the fish are looking at them for very long. However, you can't beat a really good coon shrimp with whiskers that's just super vibrant and looking good. It's money, and I know. But this way, just be careful. You know, don't go shoving them in there. Once you get them kind of in there like that, it's probably good. And then we're gonna float the rest of it with our liquid brine. All right, and you want to make sure that you're covering the shrimp completely, because if you don't, then you'll get like a half cured shrimp that could go bad in there, and it could really make the other shrimp turn and get nasty. And I'm just gonna slowly roll all those ingredients and kind of just start getting them to work. And I'm not shaking it. I'm just working those ingredients down into the shrimp, and I'm spinning it nice and easy. And sometimes that'll make more room for more shrimp as you go. What that does is it allows that cure to get around the shrimp, and it's not all clotted up, and you're not beating the crap out of the shrimp. Now, if you're shaking it super hard, depending on your shrimp and, you know, your preference, you could really tear up your shrimp and tear the heads off of them. Okay. I'm gonna add some more shrimp, because we got a lot of shrimp today, so we want to get it all cured up. This is more my summer steelhead. I do, believe it or not, make some of my salmon shrimp a little hotter than what we did today. But I just kind of double the sulfite. This is kind of a steelhead cure. And some people would say, well, you want it to be sweet, and I don't think that steelhead really care about that. There we go. So I know this sounds goofy, but I would let it sit in the fridge, you know, for 2 weeks probably before I fish them. It's really gonna let those shrimp absorb all that cure. You'll notice when you break them open that it's straight through the shrimp. It's not just on the outside, it's through the entire shrimp, which is good. That's what you want. That's a shrimp that's gonna fish for a long time and last a long time down in the water column. So hope you guys hope this makes sense. Hope you guys like this type of stuff, and yeah, I look forward to, you know, bringing you guys some egg curing videos here in the near future. And just yeah, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate it.